Let me tell y'all how my mindset has shifted. My mindset, can't even speak. Let me tell y'all how my mindset has shifted since I started reading my Bible and dissecting it for myself, okay? Because before I was struggling listening to others' faith, others' stories, others' testimonies, their spiritual journey, because I was just hearing hearsay. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's interpretation of what the Bible says. When I started to digest it and started to read it and understand it for myself, reading it straight from the source, I started to feel more comfortable in calling myself a Christian, because I've only seen what social media has put out there. Does that make sense? Like, I've only seen the way some Christians have portrayed themselves based on their interpretation of religion, or how they were taught to be a Christian and how they embody being a Christian. What I've noticed is that everyone embodies their life path of Christ differently than everyone else, okay? It's just the way as people are. We're all going to be different. It's like our body types. We don't all have the same body type. It's like our energy. We all don't have the same energy. It's like our personalities. We just all don't have the same personality. And I was expecting my walk in the life of Christ and that journey that I'm going on, that I will become some of the people that I don't really want to be, the judgmentalness that some people hold. And it's not all, it's just what I was seeing on social media. Now that I'm interpreting and dissecting it and learning what it is actually like to be a Christian and what it does say in the Bible, I've just realized that not a lot of people are actually walking in the way God has set for us. And they claim they're Christian, but they don't do the things that it says sometimes in the Bible. I was reading Proverbs, and it tells you not to judge others, not to gossip. Like, there's so much shit that people do that isn't even the way we're supposed to be walking in faith. And that it made me feel so much it made me feel comfortable. It made me feel like I was scared to become something that isn't even stated in the Bible that you should be. And sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we forget to get that information for ourselves. And when I was reading Proverbs, it was talking about knowledge, that knowledge would make you smarter and knowledge would guide you through the path of Jesus. And now that I see why it says that, because if I would have never read the Bible, if I would have never got the knowledge and the source myself by physically reading it, I would have still had those judgments, like those beliefs that I don't know if I want to be a Christian, because I don't like the way some Christians are portraying the life of Christianity. Like, it's, in all honesty, I'm just being honest. But now that I am reading it and discerning it for myself and understanding what he's actually asking of us and how he actually wants us to walk in that path, I'm glad to say that I'm Christian, but I only can be the best form of Christian that I could be from what I'm reading and what I'm discerning from it, what I'm sourcing from it, because that's what it is. Sometimes we don't have the best examples of our life of a perfect Christian, or sourcing it from the people that we're listening to or the people that we are endorsing that information from. And now I feel like as I'm reading it myself and dissecting it and trying to understand it so it benefits me and it relates to my life, I'm seeing it completely different. I might not post this. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This was like a little tangent, but it was just something that I was reflecting on, and I was like, oh my God. I've had shame to walk down this path because I didn't want to be like some others that I've seen. And now walking it, I realize that it's not everybody, and it's like everything. It's like everything that we do in life, like our job. There's always going to be someone in our job that we're just like, damn it, if I keep going down this corporate ladder, am I going to be like that? There's always something in our career that we see someone and we're like, am I going to change and become like that if I follow this path? But it's the decisions that we make on our path that will alter us or will create a different character in us based off of how we treat the situations that come into our life. And if we're actually moving in love, if we're actually moving in grace, if we're actually moving in forgiveness. Because if you don't, then you'll alter the person that you are. Your character will change. But I think it's all based on interpretation and how everyone deals with conflicts and the trials that God has placed for us, and how we move forward from there, because that can alter the way that we're being perceived or the way that we're walking. This is a very long video. All right.